Previously on the Petit Voyage. We started day 5 with the kind of morning that Richard loves. It's not thunder, it's not lightning, it's just rain. It's unpleasant, but you can definitely travel in it. We'll see what Rich thinks.
I hate getting wet. If I was doing a solo, I would be sleeping probably all day. But he just loves it.
We immediately started our day with a large windy crossing of Ox and Petit Bay. After a quick rest, we continued our westward travel past Atwood Island and Pig Island. So we're passing Atwood Lodge. Everything seems to be on quite a slope to the right, but it's active, there's people there. And here's the barge that went by earlier. They've picked up a little backhoe. We decided to go into Crombie Bay to search for farm remnants. After a combined 1 hour of travel, we struck out pretty hard. Yeah, somebody lives there. The plan was to take one of the campsites on Robinson's Bay, but surprisingly, both were taken. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We have been paddling most of the day. We need to find somewhere to set up camp. We had no choice but to push on. We entered the top end of the Fingers and found a nice campsite on Kings Island, just north of the herring shoots. Good morning. And we're just about to enter Georgian Bay this morning. Woke up early, it's very foggy, and I think today is going to be pancake day. More importantly, we are surrounded by blueberry bushes, and I picked some for Richard, who's a big fan of blueberries, and we're having blueberry pancakes this morning. Now I gotta go wake him up. Today, we are here, and we're just gonna pick whatever route we want, really. We might go back up and look at this waterfall, and then we're on Georgian Bay today. I do want to check out this fish packing plant ruins. Depending on what the weather's like, we might even make it over to the Bustard Islands. There's a shipwreck here. But yeah, we can do basically whatever we want. We're in these zones for the next couple days. And then the ultimate plan is you're gonna have to come back up to Hartley Bay at some point. But until then, this is where we're gonna be. Alright, we're about to hit the Crooked Rapids. Doesn't look too hard. We're gonna go in nice and slow. I just don't know how deep it is.
It kind of looks like it's just gonna pull us the way we want to go anyway.
Like, it looks like enough water, and I don't see any rocks. Well, let's just hit it. All right, so that was the Crooked Rapid. Low water, not very technical. Just one section where you had to bear left fairly hard, or you got washed into an eddy, but nothing crazy. I think the plan is now we're gonna paddle back west and try and see Lovers Falls. So we're paddling up a channel towards what's marked on the map as Herb's Falls. And like we're surrounded by rock walls and we don't hear a thing. So with the water levels as low as they are, I don't think there's gonna be many waterfalls. So our plan of checking out a couple waterfalls is probably for naught.
Are we trying to get by it?
I don't really hear anything up there worth seeing.
I bet if the water's coming hard enough, there's a little bit of a falls action.
Maybe.
Our morning paddle to the waterfalls turned out to be as lucrative as our paddle to the farm ruins. And we were about as successful as our paddle to see engine remnants. So far, we've struck out on a lot of the things we went to see. We made it to the locations, but either they no longer exist because of time, or they no longer exist because of the conditions of the weather. We may have been saved a bit by the low water in the fact that we didn't really have any issues with rapids that were too severe, and we were able to run pretty much everything except the stuff that was so dry that we had to walk. But we didn't see all the glory of what a high water French River trip would grant you.
So we're going through the Devil's Door. That should be the last rapid of the day, maybe even the trip, to be honest. We're just trying to hear if there's a boat coming the other way. I don't really want to get hit by a boat today. And I guess like in high water, this could be treacherous because it would just funnel down to a really narrow gap. But in low water, it's just a channel. Like it might be coming right through here.
How you doing?
Anyone coming behind you? Good. Like, what are the chances a boat is here the moment we're about to enter? Crazy. Yeah, like the water would hit that thing on the left there, like shoot it all back into the middle. Even in low water, there's quite a current there.
No, thanks a lot, appreciate it.
Thanks, man. If we duck in behind one of these little rocks, I can probably GPS and find out exactly where we are. There's a ton of metal bars driven in. I don't know if that's for the docks, maybe. And then you can see a footing here. And then over here you actually see a foundation.
Yeah, not sure.
The only thing I can think of is it's for refueling.
It's just weird of all the stuff that's gone that they would take that out of it.
Probably too heavy to move. They said, screw it, we'll leave it. And what a view.
Something propeller, 1915, or 1815? I think 19. March something 1915, I think it says. Lighthouse are still too far away for this camera.
You're probably far better off from over there. It's probably the shortest distance. And then paddling the leeward side of the bustards back. 'Cause if we were to cross, we'd have to paddle in this direction and then bear left. It's almost impossible to tell, but we're somewhere past east of campsite 804. Should be passing Whitefish Bay at some point, and we're just working our way back east. It's a little disorienting because all the little islands and channels look like this. You can't quite tell where they end and where they begin. We're doing okay. We're headed in the right direction. We haven't had to turn around at all. Like, we are hanging fairly close to the actual Georgian Bay, but I think you can be much deeper in there. I just find it more confusing in there. What do you want to do, Rich? You look concerned.
Well, everything, no matter what way we go, there's a draw.
All right, draw now. We're gonna go out around out there, so I'm gonna angle into the waves a bit.
You're gonna go way out.
No. Yep. All right, so we just crossed the access to the eastern channel, And now you're looking down into the access to the canoe channel. So we just did a fairly decent open water crossing. It wasn't too treacherous or hard, but we had to angle into the waves a little bit and then ride them home. So I'm just kind of following all the markers here. That should get us into the canoe channel. And our campsite is either going to be to the left or there's one to the right, kind of, that we're eyeing up for tonight. So hopefully those are free. We're at a pretty epic campsite. Right at the mouth of Canoe Pass, Canoe Channel. Might get a lot of boat traffic, but pretty spectacular view. I think Rich is on the other side of the island checking out the view over there.
That's the jackpot. Evan and I are about to go swimming, or at least he's going swimming and I'm going to go decide if I'm going swimming wherever this location is. And he requested that I get a camera because he thinks people want to see this super hot body of mine with no shirt on.
My sunnies don't go in.
We'll dive in gently. Well, it did feel refreshing.
Oh, it feels so good.
But it's way, way colder than the French River water.
We don't normally have to deal with this sort of thing on a camping trip. Oh, now he's slowing right down. Usually my Thursdays suck at work, eh? This is what these guys are doing on a Thursday. Maybe one day, Richard.
I don't know if I'd ever be into the big boating game.
I'm sure it's getting harder and harder to get into the big boating game.
Oh, frog. I saw a little muskrat running through here, but can't find him now. What's that? See the world's craziest farmer tan? Oh. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.